people, let's talk. Sometimes I forget that white people aren't as engaged with Black creators on this app and in the world as I am. So there was something over the weekend that I thought everybody was very well aware of, but I'm understanding that that's not the case. I was talking to my mom today, and she and my brother went to a protest on April 5th to protest Trump and all of the things that have been happening for the last couple of months. So she was telling me about her experience, and she said it was like a love fest. It was so nice to be with all of these people, thousands of people, and everybody signs and all this stuff. And I said to her, did you notice that there weren't many Black people there, if any? And she was like, yeah, actually, I did notice, and I was confused, and I was like, I thought Black people were really upset about him too, and I didn't understand. This is my mom talking. So I explained to her that 92% of Black women and 80% of Black men did what they were supposed to do back on November 5th. And they are now resting, and they are not participating in these here protests. And that there was a concerted effort for Black folks to stay home yesterday on April 5th. And to be honest, I think she's still confused about the why. But I'm working on that. But do yourself a favor and follow Black content creators here on TikTok, because you will learn so much, and you will be able to use your new knowledge to help educate the people that you are in proximity with. But yeah, white folks, if you didn't know, Black folks said, we're not marching on April 5th. We're not doing it. We're going to stay home. We're going to let white people get us out of this mess, because white people got us into this mess.
I think I figured out why Harmony and people was calling Black Americans cowards and carrying on because we not out there in the streets. They thought that we had no self-control. That's what they thought. They thought that when we was doing all that stuff, like in 2020 and Ferguson and Baltimore and stuff like that, and LA riots and stuff like that, it was just because we, they were so easily provoked that as soon as somebody do something to one of us, we don't have any strategy. We don't have any type of thought process. We just go like an attack dog. They thought that we had no self-control, and us deciding to sit out and being all on one accord and being strategic and not reacting is showing a level of self-control that they did not realize that we had. They thought they didn't know about us. They thought that we are messing up their perception of us. They are having a crisis about our identity, about Black Americans' identity. Everybody is. Immigrants are having a crisis about our identity. White folks is having a crisis about our identity. They thought that they could count on us. They thought they knew us. And they never knew us because they didn't know our motivations. They didn't know what we were doing. They just saw the effects, and they heard what the media said, and they took it and ran with it. So even the people that was like, oh, we support you, this and that, the other thing, they thought that we were, justified, but they also thought we were uncontrollable. Because that's why they'd be like, be peaceful when you go out there. I know you got to go out there, but do it like this. Like, they think they treat us like we're children, like we are feral, unruly children. And now that we are showing them that we was doing the whole time. But now that we are showing them now, yeah, we're good. You go ahead and do that. They can't handle it. They can't handle it because it's messing up what they thought they knew about Black Americans. This whole year has been a mind fuck for them. Between us sitting out, between us delineating, we're really showing them in real time who we are. But we always knew. What they say, if you don't know, now you know.
Black silence is breaking white Americans. Black excellence is breaking white Americans. Black achievements is crushing white Americans. Anything that a black man do succeed to make his life or her life better, it hurts white people. Right now, white Americans, some years ago, they never wished to see a black voice rising, a black voice speaking out, a black voice protesting, a black voice doing something meaningful. Now, black people reach to a point where they can't talk anymore. They're like, we have talked enough. You can't hear us. Now we are done. I have clips here. Watch the clips. I'll come back and talk more about the video.
Yeah, their playbook was black people fighting in the streets all summer. They wanted a summer of violence. They wanted all those video clips of black people being violent. And the entire black community collectively in one voice heard their ancestors say, rest, stay home. Don't go out in the streets. They collectively heard it and they've all listened, and it was right. They have been dealing with a apartheid fascist state for generations, even worse than an apartheid state. Like in the slavery era, that was like they have been in an abusive narcissistic relationship with the government for generations, since the first person unwillingly stepped foot on this land. They have studied their abusers, because that's what you have to do. When you are a victim to an abuser, you have to study their every movement as a form of self-protection. And they have done that. They didn't have to learn it as they go when he took power in November. They already knew. What do you do when your abuser all of a sudden you hear him walking down the hallway and his footsteps are a little bit off? His breathing's a little bit off. You hide. You go and you hide in your closet. You go out the window and run. You get somewhere safe. They have gone somewhere safe. They're not, resting is not passive. That is not passive protest. That is active protest. And it is working more than anything else that has been being done. It is more effective than I can think of anything else that is being done right now. Resting to me means staying home, saving your money, not spending your money at corporate stores, not, buying local, shopping at local stores, going to local restaurants, supporting local businesses, building community, saving your dollars. We brought down Target, and that was 100% led by black people, by the black community, 100%. We made Disney come to their knees with just money in a weekend. Like, that is where it hits them where they hurt. We do not need people in the streets being violent. If you feel the call to be out there marching, go march. Do what you feel called to do, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about they wanted summer of 2020 visuals, and they didn't get it. Summer's over. They never got those visuals. I guarantee they have some strategy book and they're like, summer of violence, martial law, we can bring troops in everywhere. Every time they bring troops in somewhere that is shown to be peaceful, people wake up. Every time somebody wakes up. It's a snowball. So people that are resting are literally doing the most right now. So thank you for everyone that engaged with that post and are commenting on it. Those comments are literally like, I'm glad I've introduced some people to the term gray rocking. I'm glad I've put words to what people have been feeling, and that people in the black community are validating that, like, finally a white lady gets it. Because that literally makes me emotional. Nothing makes me more emotional than getting validation from, especially a black woman. If you come in my comments and say, you get it, I get emotional every time. So thank you for that. Because you all know, nobody knows most besides, like, the smartest, most aware people in the world are black women. And you will never change my mind on that. Because they have to be. And they are. So thank you for validating my last post, because that's how I've been feeling about it ever since I first saw people saying we're sitting this one out. That has meant a lot. Like, that moved me a lot.
Y'all, black Americans are playing a cold ass game right now, and motherfuckers do not know what to do with this shit. When I tell y'all we got people lost in the motherfucking sauce, y'all. And you know what I think it is? You know why I think we got people lost? Because we all keep saying it, right? We all keep saying
Black Americans have this thing where we can telepathically communicate with each other. We don't have to talk. We don't gotta do none of that. Okay? We all reading the tea leaves. We all see what's going on, and we all thinking the same thing. It's like when we don't even know each other. We just be in a room together and something happened and we'd be like, that's what we're doing. And so you got people running around like, we need to organize. Bitch, we already organized. We trying to figure out why the fuck you wasn't at the meeting. How'd you miss it? We need to plan. We need to get prepared. We already planned it. We already prepared. How the fuck did you miss it? That lets us know that something real off with you. Cause how you missing all the meetings? How you not getting the downloads that the rest of us is getting? Why are you disconnected from the source? Why you ain't got the thing that we all got, right? So they still running around trying to fearmonger, trying to throw shit on the wall, trying to get us outside. We not coming outside. I don't even feel like we need to explain why we not coming outside, because I feel like anybody that's really down with Black American people know good and motherfucking well why we not coming outside. Like, I literally seen this video earlier today of this white woman, and she was explaining the whole thing. When I tell y'all that lady nailed that shit, Her whole take was completely accurate, even though I was like, come on now, you're a little too loud because you really calling the play. You need to shut the fuck out. But, you know, we're going to let you do what you do or whatever, because hopefully not too many people see this shit. I hate to say that. I want people's content to be seen, but not that one. Okay? Because she was too accurate of what the fuck was going on. Okay? She even used, I like to compare things to like narcissistic relationships. She said Black Americans have been in a narcissistically abusive relationship with the American government. So they know more about what is going on right now, and more about what the government is doing, and more about what tactics will be rolled out ahead of time, and they are already maneuvering. And she was even talking about the resting thing. She was like, they said resting, but it doesn't really mean resting, right? It's not, that's not what it means. But what it means is they not all outside with what the fuck they got going on. They not all outside talking. Okay, they know everything. Nobody needs to get up here and explain shit to them. They know more than all of us do. Because they have been dealing with this. She was like, basically the glimpse that we are receiving now of this system, they have seen the full head and tail of the beast a long time ago. Okay. So she was like, things that they're doing is not making sense to those who don't get it, and those who cannot fathom the depths of the depravity that they have experienced and have seen. And that's what Black Americans are basically developing their strategy from. And so she was like, if anything, she was like, it's one of those situations where she's like, you know how like they say when Black people run, you run. She's like, it's like that. She's like, I'm not running until they run. They ain't running. If they not running, why the hell am I going to listen to someone telling me to run? If someone's telling me to run and I see that Black Americans ain't running, I'm going to sit the hell down. Because they know more about what is going on, but they're not vocalizing it to y'all. When honestly and truthfully, she was like, Black people shouldn't have to. They shouldn't have to. Black people shouldn't have to come out here and tell y'all what the fuck to do, when really you're going to argue with them and say they don't know what they're doing or what they're talking about. She's like, because basically that's what y'all do anyway. They're resting. They're not doing anything. She's like, they're doing a whole fucking lot. It's just not on Front Street. And I was like, girl, you better talk, girl. You better talk, because that's it. We know a whole lot of what's going on. Black Americans are not stupid, dumb, deaf, dumb or blind, none of that. We know more about what's happening next than y'all do. Okay? So we trust our path. But Black Americans, don't y'all get caught up in this shit. It's other Black groups, other POCs trying to drag us in shit. Stick hold the motherfucking lie. I know I don't have to tell y'all that. Well, hold the motherfucking line, baby. Hold the line. These people trying to get us in some shit. They trying to put the target on our back. Hell no. Hell the fuck no. We ain't going out like that. Okay? We ain't going out like that. Have a good day. We up still. And we already knew the bullshit ass tactics that they was gonna do. So these people need to stop making these videos thinking that this little bullshit gonna get us.
Welcome back. Black silence. I mean, the silence that we are seeing in the black people's eyes is more like a wake-up call to the white Americans, because they have always demeaned a black voice. They have always stepped on black voice. They have always made everything impossible for the black voice. They have not given any black person a space to be heard, to be seen. I mean, to be given that space to speak out. You feel me? And to my own choices, to my own view, I feel like a white American are now realizing one thing. Whenever a black person is silent, there is something happening. They feel like they are planning something behind the scenes. But who is out there to plan anything to hurt you or make everything impossible for you? Who is out there to make your life miserable? Nobody. Because you have made our life more than we think it could be this miserable. You have made everything impossible for us. So when I see a black man out there speaking about making the life miserable, I feel like they are calling us savages, and they are acting like that they're not the victims. Black silence has made white people to feel like there is something being planned behind the scene. There is something that we are planning to do to them. We ain't planning no shit. We just tired of speaking. We are tired of talking. Nobody hears us. We are tired of coming out to the street to protest. We are tired of being killed. Tired of being stepped on by the white Americans. Now, white people, they're realizing one thing. There is no life without white Americans. I mean, black Americans. There is no life without black people. And our silence is giving them goosebumps. Our excellence is giving them goosebumps. Our progress is giving them goosebumps. They're wondering, how come that we are maneuvering without them? How comes we are achieving life without them? And I'm feeling like sometimes somebody has to learn a lesson in the hard way. Someone has to learn something the hard way. Not everything is being served on the platter. Sometimes we fight, we struggle, some of us are being killed, but still we ain't achieving no shit. We ain't becoming anything. Nobody gives us a space to be heard, to be seen, to be respected by the white Americans. So us keeping quiet, it ain't about us planning anything against your will. It's us trying to focus, and not everything requires our hand. Not everything requires our voice. Not everything requires our action. Sometimes just be quiet and see how the ship sinks. Sometimes be quiet and see how the life goes sideways. Sometimes keep quiet and see how somebody will realize their mess and clean their mess. Tell in the comments. Do you feel like black people are being quiet? They are planning anything behind the scene to do to the white Americans? Do you feel so? I don't think so. Do you? Peace out. I love you.